welcome at another intro, but I have pulled an all-nighter, which is totally unrelated to this video. I just thought I was gonna make it sound like I worked all night on this, which I did technically, but I would have probably pulled an all-nighter either way. I will talk about that in a second. Like I said, it has nothing to do with this. But first of all, let's talk about what we're doing today. We are building the interior for our brand new series, the entrance of our theme park. So this is a theme park that also features animals, so a theme park and zoo together, if you will. And the entrance and the main area of the park has a space theme, but we're going to explore different themes throughout the park. But the first few videos here are going to be space themed because we are kind of laying the groundwork of the common area, I want to say. So obviously the entrance is part of that, so this is a space themed entrance. It's space themed from outside. If you've not seen the first video, that's where we do the outside, so this is just interior work. And I will say, it honestly, I didn't even cut it out, I just didn't record a lot of it because I didn't have a clear vision of what I wanted to do. So a lot of times it happened where it's like, doing something and I was like, I don't really have to record this. Like, you know, sometimes you have these like little areas like fixing up a floor, which is just like rotating some like plaster pieces around. But I was just like, I don't have to film this, and then I was like getting an idea and did it, and it was just done, and I was like, oh well, I guess I didn't film that. So in the end I noticed that I've not filmed a lot of this, so I would say that overall, this probably took me like 7-ish hours. I filmed 4 of those. So, and then I cut out a lot of the final thing here. So this might look like a short video, but it took forever, and I still don't really feel like this is done. I feel like this is something that in the end we're going to go back to and kind of add more to it. I also added some things to the outside. So I will show you that. Actually, I won't show you that in the real-time part. You'll have to take my word for it. But we remember the raccoon statue that we forgot to. I forgot to delete of the ice cream truck, and I honestly don't know why I placed it there in the first place. But there was a raccoon statue on an ice cream truck, and I've given the raccoon an ice cream now. And also, we picked a name, or no, that one is we together picked a name. I've given you 2 ones to vote on, and you picked the name Planetaris, or Planetaris, or, you know, you can say it however you like. But that was not my favorite. I liked the other one as well, but I kind of thought it was more on the nose of what we're trying to do here, which is like kind of mixing both the planet games, so I liked Planetaris. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So we kind of added that name to something outside. We will do way more than that once like I said, I want to do like a whole thing with like a logo and everything, and like heavy marketing stuff, because that is so theme park to me. So once we have all that, we will kind of get into that. And yeah, but for now, let's concentrate on the thing we already have, which is the entrance. And yeah, I will add more. That's what I wanted to say. I will add more of the theming and the marketing logo imagery stuff to this like entrance area, because that's where you want to see it, right? So in the beginning here, we build a ticket counter, and then also my idea was that, you know, some people might have like annual passes, or they have online tickets, so we would want a way for those people to not be in the same line as the people that still have to get tickets. So we'll have a ticket counter and then like a fast lane, if you will, or just like a ticket holder lane. I kind of struggled to create this little sign that we were going to put outside there, and I cut there because I was trying so much and nothing worked, and in the end I did something that I didn't record. So this will be just like very reliant on the real-time part. We were just going to talk about a lot of things as we walk through. And but yeah, unfortunately, like, really not a lot of this. This is like the things we are seeing in the video are more of the structural things that I didn't know I wanted to do. By the way, I say this like this was planned. This was not planned. The elevator thing, I just ran into the issue where it's like, how do the people get up to the restaurant? I didn't think that through. Well, that's not true. I kind of planned it to cut off there. I wanted the entrance hall to be way smaller, but I really didn't want to cut this like Saturn ring that the restaurant has, because I think it looks so cool. So I didn't want to cut it off, and so I ended up leaving it there and leaving the entrance hall pretty big, which kind of then led me to the problem of like, how do the people get up into this restaurant? And I will say it won't be connected to the in-game restaurant logically. We will kind of hide it in some of the walls and just rely on the fact that the visitors just like turn up in the restaurant. It probably also won't reach all the tables, but that's okay with me. Like the restaurants, I actually quite like that people don't actually have to reach it for in-game paths. Like they just appear on the tables, which kind of gives you more freedom, and I quite like this. And we're calling it the space bar, which is, you know, at this point, you know, I love a good pun, and obviously a space bar is the thing on your keyboard, and it's just like this. Honestly, I just thought it was fun. Let's not make this smarter than it was. I just thought it was a fun name, but I also think it's fitting because, you know, the whole thing of like Planet Terrorist is like, you know, the planet games and you play games, so the space bar, I don't know. But I just think that's a cool name. It also fits my personal theme of calling things something that it's not, because this won't be a bar, it's a restaurant. And the other thing, remember when we had the dining experience that was called bed and breakfast? It didn't have breakfast. Anyway, so I just also, if you look very closely now, in like a few seconds, you might or may not see something that come up in a future episode there. So yeah. Anyway, well, this was very on the nose now, but yeah, okay, what was talking about? So yeah, we built this elevator thing. It's not super detailed out yet because I want to do that in the episode that actually is entirely dedicated to the restaurant, and I didn't want to cram it in here as well because this was already super long, despite us. I feel like we didn't get done a lot, but maybe that's because I don't have the footage to look back on. This little thing that we're building right now is supposed to be kind of like a Mars sand surface. That was something I had in my head right away. Like, I really wanted to do this. I kind of thought it was going to be more of like maybe like a child play area, but now it turned more into like a statue centerpiece sort of thing, which I guess is fine too. So yeah, we kind of do a fun little thing there. I don't know when that will happen, but the centerpiece thing is more or less an alien abduction, which sounds so much more crazy than it is. But we are also getting into the exit that we're gonna have, or the way you walk into the park from this building forward. If that makes sense. And I kind of made this what I don't know what you would call it. These like half circles. I made them smaller later on. But I figured I'd just leave the first ones in because, guess what? Didn't record the smaller ones. But yeah, I do realize that when we take the final tour, you will think like, I did not see half of the things in the Speedbuild. I know. Just deal with it. That's why we do the real-time part. I'm really sorry. But yeah. Oh, well. Oh my god. I again talked so much. Without realizing how much we were talking. So the reason I pulled an all-nighter was that I have a dentist appointment in like a few hours, and my sleeping schedule is not really dentist appointment friendly right now, so I figured it's safer to just stay awake. But I kind of think I want to take a nap now. It's like pretty early in the morning now. It's actually early enough in the morning that I feel like if my neighbors hear me talk, which I hope they don't, I can say that I was up early for uni, so that's how early it is. So, yeah, so, oh, we did a little fun thing here out of the LED, not LED, the light thing, the lengthy light piece, I don't know, but we did a fun out of it, so, which I think it looks pretty cool. This whole thing, it looks cool when it's late at night. It's dark, that's what I'm trying to say. But it's so much light features that the light really lags out. So I really want to look at this with like the graphics settings higher up, because I hope they'll look better with that. But you know, it's a bit crazy. We can take a look at that in the real time part, but it is a bit wonky. But nevertheless, I think that this whole thing so far looks pretty cool with the lights off, because of the lights, like the lights, the sun off. But yeah. So anyway, my dentist appointment. So I'm so annoyed that I even have that, because it's like a few days before Christmas, and so it's not even bad. It's just okay. So a few months ago, I was at the dentist for a totally unrelated thing, and I told my dentist that I felt like there was like this weird dark spot on the side of one of my teeth, and he said it's a discoloration, it's nothing to worry about, just common when it's not busy, and we'll get rid of it. And I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't worry about it. And then like I guess 2 months ago, it was like I randomly woke up in the morning, and I was like, and like it was like my gums were like thick, like disgusting, and it hurt, and I had a weird taste in my mouth, and you can imagine what it was, and I was like, oh my god, what is going on? But this was when I had a new job, and I was just like, this is not happening now. So I put it off, and I just didn't go to the dentist, and it was just like this one day, nothing happened again. So I don't want to say I forgot about it, but I definitely put it off more because I wasn't worried anymore. And then like a week ago, it didn't hurt, but it was like, it felt like I had braces in again all of a sudden. So if you don't know, like braces feel like they pull on your teeth or like pull them back, and that's how I felt, like this like really weird feeling. And I was like, and it was obviously, you know, I wouldn't have said it before, but it was the tooth that I thought looked weird. And that my dentist said it was nothing. And so I was like, okay, I guess we will spend the last few days before Christmas going to the dentist. And luckily they took me in despite not having an appointment. Yeah, so I looked at it, and he has a new like colleague in his like practice thing, like his office, and so he took it and he looked at it and he tested different things that the other dentist didn't test, and then he did all these things. Anyway, so turns out like I have like an infection like super deep down into my mouth, and it was like swelling up in there, and I was like, well, that doesn't sound like a discoloration. Like that sounds like something we should have taken care of when I first brought it up. And, but yeah, I don't know. I have a weird like, I'm not scared of the doctor, but I always feel like I'm always scared they're gonna make a mistake. Like I'm not scared of going there, and I'm not scared of being in pain or whatever. I'm just scared that they do make mistakes. And this has recently been hyped up, and this is kind of sad. I don't want to get into it, and I do think that it's probably also somewhat upsetting for a lot of people to hear, because it's about a pet and about a vet very much mishandling a case with a animal, and it was very stressful and emotionally for me and my family to see that happen, because basically it was a pet, and we were told lies to sell medication that ultimately it was clear that this was not going to help the pet, and just kept it alive and suffering to sell more medication. And we have found that out through a different vet that told us that. So Um, Obviously, with that just having happened, not even a month ago, and now I'm just there like, my dentist lied to me, and now I'm freaking out about like doctors lying, which is so stupid because it's literally their job to do all that. I have no way of knowing more than them, and I know I still have to go to them, but I don't know. It was, so my theme of the month is like, kind of scared to trust doctors. That is so weird and deep, and I don't know how I got there. Well, I know how I got there because I'm still awake because I'm waiting to go to the dentist, and now I think about taking a nap, which that isn't the smartest move. Do I take a nap now or do I not take a nap now? I don't know. I'm okay. Here's what I'm thinking. When I go take a nap now for like half an hour, chances are that my friends are up by the time that I wake up, and they're up and we could be texting, so I get out of bed more easy and because I have something to do, because I can text someone. Like, that's my thought process right now. By the way, in case you absolutely do not care, which you have all the right to, and you are just here to learn about this build, right now we're building a bathroom, and I'm quite proud of the bathroom. I have to say, quite proud of the bathroom. It has a cool, like, pinkish glow, and I will say it does sort of look like a club bathroom, like, you know, what you would see in like a club. But I don't care, it looks cool. And later on, which obviously I didn't film, but we will have a little, what was I trying to say? A little fun picture up, which makes it a bit more childish, but we will see that in the real-time part. And it's kind of crazy to me that I did so much more after this bathroom, but this is the last clip that we have of this. So, yeah, the whole entrance area looks not entirely different, but there's a lot more to it than what you have seen so far. And then, yeah, I also have a fun little last thing there, which I'm not going to talk about now. We're going to talk about that in the real-time part. But, yeah, I don't know if you cared about my dentist story, but we're almost done with the Speedbuild. And there's still a lot more to see, so I hope that you stick around for the real-time part, for the next few seconds of listening to music. So, yeah, enjoy a few seconds of music, I guess. Alright, it's the next day. I went to the dentist and I fell asleep after that. But yeah, now here we are. We are in front of our little thing, and here is a certain raccoon with a big thing of ice cream. And then over here, we have our new name. And it is supported. It's not floating. I tried to not do floating letters anymore, so yeah. Okay, but let's not, we've all seen the exterior, so let's just go down here, and this is your first little sneak peek into the interior. I've not yet put the barriers that stop you from walking through any walls, but I think that's a minor thing that can be done later. So looking up here, we see some of the animals, which might already be a little bit of a sneak peek at what animals to expect, but here we are. And you can see the light clip already, but other than that, I think this looks so cool. So this is a little sign. We're gonna do signs that say, like, you know, like tickets and ticket holders, or, you know, like ticket counter or something like this, on these signs that like point you to the direction. And these new butterflies came in so handy because they give this whole thing like a bit of a like mystical, and they also move, which is so great. I wish we had more moving things in terms of decoration. I always feel so sorry when they do that. Okay. So, this is our entrance, and let's just say we already have a ticket, but we really need to use the restroom. And that's when we see this. I don't know why, I just think that's funny. So, yeah, we have this restroom signs, and they have little, astronaut things on here. And then here are some, oh my god, what are they called? I don't know what they're called in English right now. I do know that, but it's not coming to mind right now. So I do still think that it kind of looks like a club toilet, but yeah, with that, it's definitely more childish and funny. And yeah, let's go outside again. So, let's say we don't have a ticket. That's when we go here, and actually there is a staff path here. Just forgot to put a staff member here. And then we have this in-game ticket counter things that you walk through, and then the idea is that you kind of get to roam around freely in this whole area. We might change something here because it looks very sad from this angle, but we will get to that area later. So yeah, we have some decoration around here, and these little lines going through, which I thought was kind of like the you know how the world map has basically these lines. I don't know. And obviously over here we have the restaurant that we're gonna do in a later episode, and then this right here I kind of love. It's obviously supposed to be like a UFO, and there's this like myth that they would take cows, like they like beam up cows with a green light situation there, and that's what I try to do here. So yeah, and then obviously when you just walk here and look eye to eye with this, I just thought that for some reason this really fit it. My idea of like on the surface of Mars is like mechanical things, so yeah, that's that. And then let's just go through here, and this is just like if you need to rest or like wait for someone, maybe your friends don't have a ticket yet and you're still waiting for them, or you want to pack your stuff away. I don't know. And then this elevator and stuff we are gonna detail out once we build the restaurant up here. But yeah, this is just the little sign for that. And then just to fill the corner up, there's another UFO kind of propped up. But you might be wondering, okay, how do I get into the park? And that is what takeoff signalizes to you. You walk around here, and obviously you can already see the outside. You go through these doors. I think they're sliding doors. Like in my mind, they are sliding doors. Obviously they're not going to do that in the game, but just so you know. And then you're outside here, and then obviously here we're going to build like a plaza sort of thing. And I just thought it looked cool with this structure actually going all the way through. It's quite big, I'll say that, but I do quite like it, and I do like it from the inside especially, that you get this like, I don't know, I mean this would be the exit. I want to do some sort of signage or a screen or something that says that. So you would exit through here. It obviously doesn't really matter because it's the same area, but just for guest flow, I think you would have signs like this. But I just think from looking up from here, it looks so cool to have the structure go all the way out. So yeah, I also was really struggling what to do on how to get the people out there. And I figured, it wouldn't just be a gate, because I think it's pretty much that this area would definitely be like, would have like ACs and stuff, so you wouldn't want an opening in the building, if that makes sense. So I just thought this was cool, and yeah, I'm surprised actually that it worked with the glass panels and all. It kind of looks obviously weird when you first look at it with this like weird angled situation, but I do quite like that actually. Like the longer I've worked around it, I realized that I actually like the diagonal stuff. So I walked into the next thing, and this thing I have a kind of little separate video up for you. Are you ready? It's a little photo station, so someone can stand behind here, and this is actually the height of the faces of the in-game people. It's a little bit of a photo station. This is actually, this could also light up. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Well, it doesn't do anything. Great. But yeah. So, so we have a little bit of a photo station, and building this little thing, like this little picture, I did record, and I kind of, this is probably going to be the video for the Thursday between Christmas and New Year's, because I won't get something done for that, and so you'll have a little bit of a video watching me build this, and I just thought this would, something, I have the menu open, so, this would be, I thought it would be fun, because this to me is also very, like, theme park, and I've seen this in zoos as well. I thought it would be fun going through the entire park. We would, you know, do these little, like, photo op things, and these, like, photo wall things, and just, like, do little separate videos. Obviously, usually, when it's not Christmas and I'm on a time struggle, they won't take up a full video of my like regular videos, but just like a little additional video of me doing these. They would be pretty short. I thought maybe I could do them in the like YouTube shorts, but they're too long for that. Yeah, so let me know if you want to do that. We can do some animal pictures. I also think this would be something that would be fun for the workshop. So yeah, just, you know, I guess that would be fun to have. And they have this like kept up by some, you know. So anyway, yeah, I think this area needs something more. But like I said, I was working on this for so long, and at some point you're just like blind to it, I guess. Like, you kind of, you see that it's missing something, but you stop seeing what does miss, if that makes sense. So if I had taken more time, I would have probably taken a step back and, or like if I had more time, let's say that, I would have taken a step back, do something else, and then probably in a few days, probably something is going to come to me that I can do with this area still, but yeah. So anyway, we're halfway through the door here. So this is the exit. It's obviously also going to get a sign, but I'm going to wait with that, with the logos and all that. So, yeah, you're back outside. And then I actually decided, because if we look at this, but by the way, from up top, I can't unsee it because I think it looks like a fish that someone has taken a bite out of. Like a dead fish. I don't know. So obviously we have this area over here. And a little bit of a like thing, like a look behind the scenes. Over here, we actually have like this going on, and this is the restaurant. And it has to be up here, unfortunately. Hold on. It has to be up here, unfortunately, so that the tables are actually close to it. Close enough to connect them for the restaurant to work. So, yeah, just look behind the scenes. There was absolutely no way to connect this in a way where it makes sense, so it's a behind the scenes sort of thing. But anyway, we have this area over here, and I think that I want to do, I want to have, like, office space here. So I want to do, because in the first episode I said I want to have parking here. I might want to change that and have like employee parking here, and then over here have the big parking for the guests. But that's for the future. That is very far in the future for us, because I want to have everything else done before I do the parking. Just to make sure that, you know, it's not taking away space that we would still need for the park itself. But yeah, that's gonna happen somewhere down the line, but I don't think the office spaces is the most important thing, but I do think that really fits here. So that's what we're gonna do. And obviously the restaurant is gonna come next. We'll have our first animal in soon. And then there's going to be a big plaza, and then I will just say that the butterflies that you saw might also be a little bit of a sneak peek on what we're still doing with the main area. And then we're going to go into actually revealing the themes and doing little gates for every theme. So if you're excited for that, I hope to see you around another time. I hope that you enjoyed this and that you're as excited as me for the series. I also want to say already, I hope that you have a lovely last few days before Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and if not, I hope that you at least get a day off because other people are celebrating Christmas. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you around another time. Bye!